I've just opened up the project notebook for Module 4. If you go over here, I've opened up this notebook. As usual, only watch this video after you've attempted the exercises and only open up the solutions notebook after you've attempted the exercises as well. All right, so let's get going. There's a lot of exercises here because there are a lot of things that we've covered in the strings module. So let's see this. Exercise 1. Create a string using single quote marks and assign it to variable A. All right, so just going to create some string over here. That's all we have to do. So single quote marks. So that should do it. Exercise 2. Create the same string from exercise 1 with double quotes, triple quotes, or triple single quotes and triple double quotes, saving them to variables B, C, and D. Use a chain comparison to test that all three strings have equal values. So I'm just going to do the same thing. So with double quotes, some string. C is also, we're going to do triple quotes, some string, triple single quotes, and triple double quotes, some string. So they're all created differently, A, B, and C. I can print them to the screen like this. It'll just be some string. It's the same exact thing. Now, to test them, I'm going to use a chain comparison. A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to D, like this. So you can compare multiple variables to test that they're all the same. And we see here that it is in fact true. So it doesn't matter how you create the string. Their underlying values are those same characters, and it is in fact true. Exercise 3, create a string using single quotes that contains one double quotes character in it. So I'm going to do some single, create it with single quotes and some string with just one and double quotes, like this. It just has a single double quotes character in it. Exercise 4, use escape characters to create, I should say, to insert new lines, tabs, and single and double quotes into a string. Print it to verify. So let's go ahead and create a string that has a new line character. So some string, I'm going to put a couple of new line characters here in a row. Some tabs, I'll just say one tab. We can then just put, doesn't matter, let's think of some word. Let's put a single quote, just one single quote, and maybe a double quote like this and like that. So we've done that. We've put in new line characters, a tab character, a single quote, and a double quote in there as well, all using these escape characters. So if we look at the string, okay, so it doesn't actually show you the new lines or tabs. You have to print it to the screen to see what it will look like. So now wherever there is the \n, there's a new line. So a new line goes over here, and then one more new line goes down here. You can see there's a tab right here. Then we have our single and double quotes right there. All right, exercise 5, use a comparison operator to verify that the strings word and word are not equal. So in Python, case matters. So there's case sensitivity. That means the case is just whether it's uppercase or lowercase. And we can verify this by testing equality like this. Does word lowercase equal word uppercase? No, it does not. So you have to be careful that the case matters. Which string is greater, 0 or hero? So we can just use a comparison operator here and say, is 0 greater than hero? Well, lowercase letters have higher Unicode code points. So this should be false. So h is actually greater, lowercase h is greater than uppercase z. Exercise 7, use the ORD function to verify the result from 6. Okay, so the ORD function, as we learned, returns a Unicode code point. So here is z, and that's 90. H is 104, so 104 is greater than 90, which is why this is false. Is it possible to concatenate a string and an integer together? So let's just use baseball plus 5. Is that possible? Will this make baseball 5 the string? No, this is not possible. You cannot concatenate a string and an integer. It has to be another string. So that is a no. You get an error. Exercise 9, concatenate two strings together that have length greater than 1. Okay, we can do that. Astros plus baseball like this. That'll concatenate it. If we want a space, we can add the space right there so we can easily read it. So that's how you can concatenate two strings with a plus sign. Exercise 10, concatenate a non-empty string to an empty string. Okay, so it's kind of funny, a non-empty string to an empty string. Let's do Astros plus an empty string. So an empty string has no characters in it. You might be wondering, like, why would you ever do that? Well, that's true. You'll probably rarely ever do this, but when you concatenate them, you can see that it doesn't add another space. It adds nothing. So it's just like adding 0 to something. It doesn't do anything to the final value. All right, exercise 11. Replace each occurrence of in with out in the following string. So this time you're given a string called replace string, and I'm just going to use the replace method, and I'm going to replace anywhere I see the word in. So starting right there, it's actually in rain and also inside, and this will create a new string, putting out right there, and right there. Okay, so let's move on. Find and use a method that will strip away all exclamation points from either side, from either end of the string. So here is a new string. We want to get rid of these exclamation points over here and over here. So if you look around, hopefully you found the strip method. So strip will literally take away any of the characters that appear on either end. Like this, and then produce a new string. So it'll keep, stripping these characters away until they are gone from either end. There is an L strip and an R strip to only look at the left side or the right side. All right, exercise 13. Find and use a method that will find the position of the first occurrence of the letter T in the following string. So where is the first occurrence? Here is the first occurrence, and it's the find method, which we did talk about. So we just have to do s.findT, and it is at position 4. Exercise 14. Use a method chain to do the following to the given string. Strip each letter A from the left side, and then switch the case of each letter from lowercase to uppercase. So here's our test string. Let's just first say we will strip from the left side. So this is L strip, and we're going to say strip away all these A's, like this, only from the left side, so that is L strip. This returns a string, which we then want to switch the case. Now you have to look, if you press tab over here, and we want to switch the case, so you might check out, all right, this method has case in it, this case fold, and like this. So case fold, no, it's actually not, that's actually the wrong one. It is swap case, sorry. So actually I picked the wrong one. It's hard to remember all of them. So this is swap case. So it's going to switch the case from lowercase to uppercase. So let me show you that again. I'm going to comment out the end real quick, and I'll run this. So this is the original, and it's going to swap the case. So anything that's uppercase will become lowercase and vice versa. So there we have it. This is just to show you how method chains work. This is not necessarily something you're going to do a whole lot, but that's just to show you, how to continuously, call methods. And you can still call methods after this because you have a string here, so you can keep calling string methods as long as you continue to get new strings. All right, exercise 15 to 22. We're going to use this same string S. Let's go ahead and execute that. Exercise 15, select index 9 from S. So here's where we use the square brackets. We just place the index number in there, and we'll get this is really the 10th character, but it's at index position 9. So that is S over here. Exercise 16, select the third to last character. So to go from the end, to use negative indices, so that's -3. Exercise 17, select the last 10 characters. So this is an interesting one. So we're going to begin, the start will be the negative 10th indice, and we're going to slice all the way to the end. So there will be no end location, or stop, I should say. So the start is at negative 10, and the end, there is nothing. So it's going to go from here to the end, and these are the last 10 characters. Select the substring Astros from S. So let's see. S is like this. We want to select just Astros. So let's just do this manually and count. So this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to go from 4 all the way. Astros is 6 letters, so to 10. 4 to 10, and that selects Astros. All right, exercise 19. Slice S from index 5 to the end by every fourth character. So this is, we're going to use the step size. So we're going to begin at index 5. We're going to go all the way to the end. That means there is no stop here. We're going to put another colon to indicate the step size like this. So it's going to go from 5 to the end. Notice there's nothing here. So slice notation is start, colon, stop, colon, step. So you don't have to have a stop. But the step size is 4. So this gets from 5 and every fourth character after that. Exercise 20. Select every third character from S, starting from the last character and ending with the first. So this is pretty tricky. You have to remember how to reverse a string. So let's just do that first. So to reverse a string, you have no start, you have no stop, but you have a negative 1 as the step size. So this just completely reverses the string. All this is asking to do is reverse it, but select every third character. So we just have to change that to 3. And so that's what I was looking for over here. All right, exercise 21. Does the string row appear in S? Let's take a look at S again. Is the word row in here? I don't see it, but to do it in Python, it's very simple. You just say is row in S. So you create a string that you want to search for, and if it's in there, it'll return true. If not, it will return false. Does the word row appear in the reverse of S? Okay, this is tricky. So we have S. Is it in the reverse of S? Well, I see it right there if we were to invert it. So to reverse S, you have to reverse S first. So we're going to do that same trick. We have no start, no stop, and negative 1 as the step size. So this is the string we want to check. So what we're going to do is say, is row in this new string? So Python will do this first. It will reverse it. And then we will check, is row in here? And it looks like it is right there. So it should return true. So that's pretty tricky. Exercise 23. A palindrome is a string that has the same order of characters when it is reversed. Create a palindrome that has at least 5 characters in it and assign it to variable A. Verify that it is a palindrome. Okay, so a palindrome is the same order forward as backwards. So we can just do something simple like A, B, C, D, E, and then go backwards, D, C, B, A. So here's A, and so let's look at A, and to reverse it, hopefully you're getting good at this now, is just colon, colon, negative 1. And is it the same, is this string the same as this one? Well, you can verify this like this. So you can say, all right, use the equality operator, and that should be true. Okay, so that is a palindrome. Another common one is our race car. If we do it as one word, so race car, you can see if you do it the other way, it is still race car, and we can verify it again, and that is true. All right, exercise 24, use 4 chained methods on a string of your choice. Okay, so let's just create some string of our choice. Okay, so let's just do some method chaining here. So we'll say, let's just make it uppercase first. That'll be the first one. the next one we could say maybe we want to do something like replace something. Let's just replace sum with a. So we replace the entire word sum with a. Maybe we can go back to lowercase now, like this, and then finally maybe we can split this on the letter O. So wherever there is an O, it will split. There's actually quite a few O's in here. So we've now created a list of strings like that. Okay, great. That is a method chain. Let's look at 25. What is the difference between the find and rfind methods? Can call both of these methods on a string of your choice to show the difference. So you have to read the documentation here. So let's just use A again, which we just created above here. So the find method, and you can press Shift Tab Tab, says return the lowest index in S where the substring is found. Okay, so but it starts on the left side. So it says, hey, I'm going to go one by one and find, a letter over here. So let's just say we're looking for the letter O, and it's like, all right, it's at position 1. Okay, that makes sense. That's exactly where it is. rfind, you might realize, it starts off on the right side. From here, it starts on the right side and tries to figure out where is that first letter that you give it, or substring that you give it, from the right side. So that's what the R stands for. Also, you could just think of it as where is the highest index of O. So it's just going to keep on going until it finds the very highest one. But really, you can just think of it going from the right side. I think that's easier. rfind. So it starts over here. Okay, where's the first O? It's right here, and that is at position 21. So that's the difference between the two. All right, 26 is about F strings. Create an F string that inserts the values for team and games in it. So here we have team is Astros, games is 99. We just have to create an F string that has them inside. So we could say and the way we insert variable names into a string is with these curly braces. That's what an F string is. We might have to make sure we preface the string by F. The team, so this is going to substitute in the Astros here. You could say 199 games. So now let's go look at this string. It'll just substitute it in, literally just right in here, the Astros, and then the number over here, 99. And that's how F strings work. They just do a simple substitution. All right, so that is it for all of these exercises for Module 4.